died.
You did.
We brought you back.
Did die.
Okay.
Okay, so last time you finished fighting a bunch of people. Erkin died. You brought him back to life. And then you started investigating that shaft that led downward and the weird floating disc that you couldn't get to work. And we ended the session with you guys trying to figure out what you were going to do at the beginning of next session and where you were going to go. I have something to show Chris. How do I do this? I don't know if it's that probably didn't show up, Chris, but go into player notes and maybe there's something new there for you to see. Let me know if you can't figure it out.
Yeah, I just got a huge craving for popcorn. I don't have any popcorn. Sad times.
That's right, Maxon. There's no popcorn here.
No
Perfect
popcorn?
place. We're in the perfect place to make it too.
Yeah, you could use the lava right over there.
Yeah. It's a great idea.
Remind me, I write on a piece of paper to buy popcorn at the next shop.
Was there any kind of kitchen in this temple that we saw? They gotta eat somewhere, right?
A kitchen?
Or pantry?
Well, you had, let's see, the Hobgoblin place had a fire where they would cook stew. And then you did go to one barracks that looked like it had tables set up for them to eat there. And then there was a break room over by the, I can never remember the name of that monster you killed. The lion, goat, dragon thing.
Yeah.
The
We didn't see any popcorn. Chimera?
Chimera? Here it is.
Yeah, Chimera.
All right. So yeah, I don't really want to go down here because I don't have a lot of spells, and sounds like there's some pretty strong guys on there. I'd rather get out of here for the moment.
Yeah.
Well, you guys talk it over. I need to look for a file that I'm missing for some reason.
Yeah, so what were our
you guys
options
talk.
that we were thinking of?
Well, we could go see Venom Fang. We did get a lot of art stuff and those badges and things, and
Yeah.
he might give us some stuff. I don't know if we want to try to fight him at some point, now or later. We could go to one of the other temples, or come back here even after we rest up. We could go to Rundrith Manor, which is another place Venom Fang did want us to go, and we've heard several things about that place.
Why did he want us to go there again?
There's a woman there he wants us to kill. Just a second. Where's this stuff? There it is. proof of the death of Nuravim of Rundeth Manor. He wanted us to kill her.
Okay.
We should do that before we go back to him.
And she might be a shadow dragon, we learned as well. There was a guy at Red Larch that was singing about the Rundreth family and stuff.
Yeah, I think regardless, we go there before Venom Fang.
One thing I was going to say.
Okay,
So
I'm
we
back.
learned all that stuff from what's that girl that read the book for you, Darren?
Prevail.
Yeah.
Oh, you said Nervarim.
Yeah.
To
Might
kill
be
Wolverine.
might be a shadow dragon. Nurvureem.
That is the shadow. And yes,
Oh, you know that for sure.
it is one of the 4 that I know of.
Okay, so she's definitely a shadow dragon then.
I know that it's a dragon, but if you say shadow dragon, then I'm gonna say shadow too.
Somebody said that to us, I think. Yeah, Viviel told us that. So the dwarves built Tar Vasil over their drow temple. So I think below here might be that drow temple, essentially. And maybe that's in all these other temples, quote unquote, is this drow building. So I don't know what it's like down there. And Vizerin was trying to summon the elemental eye and stuff, and the black spider had warned us about him. He is a drow.
Yeah. I don't have any good suggestions on where we should go next. I guess Wondrous Manor, but
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing we know is that the next orb was supposed to be the Earth orb blowing up in Golden Field, so maybe we go to the Earth Temple instead, but...
Did we do what we were supposed to do here? What were we supposed to do here?
well, we're looking for the Moon Elf.
Whoops.
What? You kill her?
No, we didn't get her. You talked about
Yeah.
leaving.
Yeah, but I think she's probably down lower.
That was the only reason why we were here. I thought there was something else.
I wanted to kill the head woman here, but she's not here.
Yeah.
Where's-
Venom Fang wanted us to kill some people. We wanted some
Yeah,
cultist
we got the
stuff
badges, we got the
for Venom
badges.
Fang.
Yeah, and we're just trying to stop the cult generally.
Yeah,
so.
and just generally stop the cultists.
Why can't we find a good cult?
All right.
We are the good
Oh.
cult.
I guess we are the good cult.
Children of Urkin.
Yeah, Vanifer. Vanifer was out trying to recruit somebody. We don't know who. And then she was going to try to make another destruction orb, but she wasn't here right now.
Where is she?
Bastion told us that she had gone to recruit someone important. He didn't know who. She wouldn't be back for a few days, and she took a bunch of treasure where there are a lot of gold.
A lot of gold.
I think we briefly thought about it being Venom Fang, but Venom Fang wants her dead, so I don't think so.
You would have to give that gold to someone.
Probably.
Let me address the things that I would like to do.
Okay.
Number 1, find the Moon Elf.
Oh no.
Number 2, go to Golden Fields and get some Buzz Spur. It's the only thing left on my list to save the elves from orcs and stuff. And number 3. I had a death vision again. Let's see. What happened?
Recently?
I had
Yeah.
a death vision again.
You have a lot of those.
Okay, it was another bad one. High forests with orcs, blah blah blah. Yartar was ruined.
Oh no.
Bunch of barbarians there. 12 seeds sitting in a pile. Cracked and broken earth. Fissures, steam, smoke. Great chunks of rock.
Are they
Children
popcorn seeds?
starved to death around the seeds. So that's the gist of it. So nothing really great. It wasn't a good dream.
Hmm.
But it seems to involve elves, orcs, Yartar, barbarians, earth, steam, smoke, seeds.
That's a lot of things.
Very earthy.
Does that
All
mean
around.
Yartar is where we should go?
Uthgard barbarians. Do you know anything about them?
Heard about him a lot of
Well,
times.
familiar.
Can foresee killing lots of them in the future.
Yeah, we just heard about him stirring up stuff. They were allegedly the ones with the barrow there near Nettleby Ranch. That was an Uthgard barrow.
The ranch we defended.
No, I think that was Nettleby Ranch. That was one with the
That's
The-
example of places.
Nettlebees were tricking people and stuff like that. We saved them from those. Were those Uthgards we saved them from?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was trying.
Yeah,
I
that
was
sounds
remembering-
right.
I was remembering if they were maybe barbarians we were defending them from or not. Can't remember.
That was a fire witch that was allegedly there, but it was fake.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the seed? I was looking for the seed. All right, so
Well-
all these things are like bad things that will happen if we don't do something.
Yeah.
Time to leave.
But to
Makes sense.
where?
Does it sound like Earth Temple stuff? Maybe we should go to the Earth Temple
Yeah,
again.
that sounds like. Earth
Well, if we go to
Temples.
Golden Fields, I can save maybe the orcs from butchering the High Forest potentially,
Go to Golden Fields?
and that's the epicenter of the next destruction thing.
True.
True. We just don't know when it's gonna hit.
But if
What-
we're there, then we can see cultists most likely.
What would you do at the Earth Temple that you wouldn't do in Golden Fields?
Exactly.
Try to destroy the people at the Earth Temple, kill them.
You mean go down below where we were?
Yeah, and we kind of had to leave that temple with a lot of people still there.
That was the Earth Temple where the people were kidnapped, right? The monk place. What is it called?
The monastery.
Monastery. There you go.
Yeah, that's where we got there originally.
That place.
I mean,
we went.
the thing is, if we go to Golden Fields, we just don't know when that orb is gonna go off.
Well,
And
if
if
we
we
go to the Earth Temple and they'd already left, kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, we just got really lucky with that orb at Red Larch, though. We could be in Golden Fields and they blow it up and it just kills us all.
Well, isn't Golden Fields super like guarded and stuff?
Got a wall around it,
Yeah.
but there might be tunnels and
So-
stuff, I think.
So tunnels with the Earth Temple would be the only way.
I do have a lead at Golden Fields, though. There's that rat guy. He's a bad guy.
Is he a lead or just some guy?
No,
Not even
I'm
a
pretty
rat.
sure he's a bad guy. He's a rat-faced man.
He's not a rat man.
He's a rat man. I'm pretty sure he's part of it. So
Wasn't
find
he just
him.
like eating cheese or something like that? And you said he was a rat man?
Yeah.
But there's more to it. I had a dream or something, and there's a rat man in it.
You had a dream about a were rat, but I don't think that had any correlation to that guy besides
So
that he
the
was
rat
eating
man?
cheese. I
Rat.
don't remember.
Not a
exactly,
coincidence.
but it was mostly just bullshit that you said, and then it stuck.
I think Dundas would back me up if he was here. He's the investigator.
He's here. What do you think, Dennis?
What rat guy?
God damn it.
Love that Nate's playing Call of Duty right now.
Well, we can go there. Just what? I mean, I guess we investigate for a little bit. Is Rundreth Manor kind of down that way, Joe? Isn't that to the southwest of here? I'm remembering the map. It's coming into my mind.
Can you repeat the question? What?
Rundreth Manor,
Where Rundreth Manor is.
southwest of here.
Yeah, that's where the. Yeah, I'm down to go kill a dragon anytime. so-
Pretty far down. That's the only thing, I guess. Well, it's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
I guess it's near Golden Fields in a way.
Yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone.
We could teleport there. We'll get another charge of the teleport disc, I think, tomorrow. But then,
True. Yeah, it would save us a lot of time. And who knows when Golden Fields is going to get blown up. So let's see. Let's
Quickly.
teleport.
How often can you scry things anyway?
What?
How
Oh,
often?
often?
Yeah, is it Grimguard does it, or is it you?
Well, we have that crystal ball. You can do it once per day.
Once per day?
So we could
somebody have to
scry-
attune to it.
No, I didn't think so.
Why don't we use it then?
Yeah, what do
Can
you
we use
want
it
to find?
I'm just saying you got to check up on that moon out every now and then.
How
Is
about
this
the
someone else
destruction
better
orb?
right now? I don't
Yeah,
think I can do
yeah. Look at
things, can I?
Oh, it's a particular creature.
I think so.
Yeah, that's a creature. It's
Crystal
not.
ball of scrying.
There's a creature. The
Once
orb.
per day.
There's find the path. I could do that. Shortest, most direct physical route to a specific location. And destination.
Grimgar, make a either Wisdom Religion or Wisdom Arcana check, which again is proficiency if you're proficient plus your Wisdom.
Wisdom, religion. What was the other one? Sorry.
Wisdom Arcana. So it's Wisdom plus proficiency if you're proficient.
Religion. I am proficient, so
Religion, comma, I am.
I will click wisdom. I think. Doing this right?
22. You would know there's a level 2 spell called Locate Object. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet. Which pretty much means it doesn't work that far. 300 feet is a football field, so 1,000 feet is 3 1/3 football fields.
What if you polymorph him into a bird and have him cast it every day?
It also says can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks the direct path. I don't think any of those boxes were lined with lead or anything, but
they didn't seem to be.
They were, sure, were a little different, weren't they?
That has, I mean, that's not the greatest spell in the world, but I mean, at least it's something better than you not having any idea what you could use.
Yeah.
There may be other spells. I might not know them.
Well, do we want to try scrying the moon elf quick before we leave?
We should do it every other hour.
Only do it once per day while he uses a spell, but
Just so you know, since you rolled pretty high, there's also a 4th level spell called Locate Creature.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a scroll of locate creature.
I don't have it prepared.
Is that
I
like within a mile or something?
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet, yeah.
There's also plenty of divination spells that can do all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, I feel like one of these other. Yeah, I can ask a question about a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Yeah. Pretty good.
And
Costs 25 gold, but
That I have prepared, actually.
Yeah.
if you have it prepared, you can cast it as a ritual, I think.
Oh, I can.
I think you can, right? Can't clerics do that?
I don't think so.
Cleric, ritual class,
No.
prepared.
Do I have a
I
4th level
think you-
spell?
I
I
think you can.
still have a 4th level spell, actually.
You
I
can
just
cast a
use it.
cleric spell as a ritual if that spell has a ritual tag and you have the spell prepared.
Yes, it does have
Yeah,
the ritual.
you can do
tag.
that.
Yeah.
You just can't. The difference between you and a wizard is that Travis can ritual cast any spell in his book, whereas you can only ritual cast the things you have prepared.
Mm. And I think I needed boots. I thought I bought a couple of pairs of boots. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's your sacrificial offering, is
Yeah.
boots with your god's symbol on them.
That's expensive.
Which I think
boot.
is great, because most people, when they do that, it's like a statuette or like a gemstone with it carved in, or specific types of like really expensive incense, and yours is just boots. Like you're buying 25 gold boots. You're sacrificing Air Jordans to your god. Michael, hear my prayer.
They are expensive, and isn't he the god of travelers, I think?
Yeah, his
Yeah,
symbol I think has a boot on it.
It's a boot, yeah, boot
The
and a
boot
mace.
with a mace, yeah.
Michael Jordan is the
He's the god of jamming.
god of jamming.
You want me to cast it? I guess it makes
He's the
sense.
Space god of jamming.
The space god of jamming. The theme song starts playing.
Welcome to the space jam.
You're
So I
using
can
like Minor Illusion to play this song. It's your chance, do your dance.
So I can ask a single question concerning specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. I will get a truthful reply. Could be a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
Yeah, I think you used that to figure out what you should do in Yartar that one time, and to stop the devastation orb from going off. And the answer was like to make friends with that one lady.
Yeah. So what should our question be?
When kaboom?
When will the destruction orb?
Destroy Golden Fields.
It's got to occur within 7 days. So
Will it happen on a Tuesday?
That doesn't help us.
I mean, it'll definitely only happen on a Wednesday because that's the night we play.
Got him.
So not on a Tuesday. I'll give you that one for free.
I guess I
Darn.
could just ask it, and if it's not going to occur within 7 days, it'll probably just fail.
Only one way
The
to
spell
find out.
doesn't
Right?
take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells. Okay, so since this is a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days, if you want an answer that's going to make sense to you, you're going to, whenever you ask, you're going to want to probably include if we do this or if we don't do this or something. Otherwise, I have to guess to give the answer. You follow me?
So if we do nothing, When will the
Right.
destruction
Yeah,
orb?
if we just slept here for the next 7 days, something like that, that'd be fine for you to say that. Because you guys are a wild card in everything around here that could happen.
Wild.
My God. All right. So how about if we just stayed here for the next 7 days? When would the destruction orb blow up in Goldenfield? That sound good?
Good to me.
Okay. That's what I'll ask. I'll take out my lovely boots and say a wonderful prayer over them.
Why don't you type it so that we have it? I think that's a good official way to do exactly what the question is.
Ah, now I gotta remember what I said. Okay.
We stayed here for 7 days in here.
What are the winning lotto numbers?
7 days, yeah.
Please,
next-
no.
No. Next 7 days.
All right, so the answer has to be a truthful reply, a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen. Okay, I need a second to think about this, and so I'll be right back.
I only have one more pair of expensive boots.
What if I told you I'm the moon elf?
What?
Major twist.
Are you a woman then? Isn't the moon elf female?
What is happening?
I transform into a woman that looks like a moon elf.
I want to put those boots back on. I gotta figure out what I can get rid of.
Boots of victory.
The boots of random idiosyncrasies or something.
What other
Find
items?
boots that keep you alive.
These are more fun.
Yeah.
What are the items you have attuned?
I got Ring of Protection, Stone of Good Luck, and an Ember Helm.
The Ember Helm to provide defense?
Gives me AC and lets me set things on fire and get resistance to cold and fire. Set. Ring of Protection is +1 AC and saving throws.
Hmm.
And the Ring of Luck, I think, is +1 to everything. +1 to bonus to ability checks and saving throws. I guess I could get rid of that because then I would still be strong. And I'd just be unlucky.
Okay, I got it, I think. All right.
We're all dead.
So you say your prayer. And as you, I guess, burn the boots, you hear kind of this odd crackling noise, Grimgar, and the boots suddenly like go up in a burst of flame, and your eyes roll back into your head, and all you see is blackness. And kind of just behind you and in your ear, you hear a voice whispering to you that says, "Kill yourself." It says, 9 months pass, and the harvest is whole. 15 days more, while the Cretans dig holes. 12 bells more, and pass under the wall. Once 2 more pass, it all shall fall. And you kind of come back out of it, and you're just kind of laying on your back on the floor, and Dundas is drawing a penis on your face.
We all want
Dundas, quit that.
Penis face.
Do
Let
the
him
ball.
finish. Do some balls. How'd it go, Grimgar?
Pretty good. So relate with what I heard. I think it's 2 days, maybe.
Yeah, sounds right.
Unless this bells is referring to hours. In which case it's 2 hours.
Isn't it like 9 months, 15 days, 12? No, 2 or something like that?
Months,
B.
15 days, 12 hours, and 2 minutes. 2 minutes?
Could be.
Well, Theron, you are very smart, so
Ooh, I am.
without rolling, do you have any questions about this? You have to ask the question. I'm
Sure.
not just going to give you the answer.
What would I think that is the 2? What's the 2 of?
All right. Well, I would say, and your guy is just so smart that I have to give it to you. It says 9 months pass and then 15 days more. And today is the 15th of September.
Okay. So
So that's meaningful to you.
What time is it today?
today's it's 12 right now, isn't it?
It is a little bit after 1. If you're mathing that right.
Well, shit.
Daylight savings.
Who's got a time spell?
So saying that at 2 o'clock. If it's saying that 2 hours after 12.
Yeah, that'd be 2.
It's 1 o'clock now. We should get going, huh?
I guess so. We're gonna try for it. Right, should we use the teleportation disc?
So one thing I will fix because I was looking at everything wrong. It should be 14 days more, and today is the 14th. It's not 15 days more, and today's the 15th. It's 14 days more, and today is the 14th.
So does Theron agree with my assessment that it's 2 o'clock of today?
Does Theron agree with it?
Yeah, he's here.
All right, just make an intelligence check. Make an intelligence check. Let's see. He's so much smarter than you. He's so much smarter than me. Like, I'm at best a 14. At best, I'm probably not even that, and Theron's a 20.
Yeah,
So,
he's a super genius.
like, I don't even think Stephen Hawking is a 20. Like, 20 is so ridiculously smart, it can only exist in fantasy world. 17, I mean, it appears to say... Yeah, this is the problem with me writing this on the fly, because I find another mistake at what I did. Alright, I'm going to have to tell you, because I tried to be really creative with this and then didn't figure it out right. It should be 8 months pass. What I was trying to say is that 9 months, or 8 months and 15 days pass, and then 12 hours, and then you I would say, don't know what it means by once 2 more pass. Meaning that it would be sometime after noon on the 15th of September, and today's the 14th of September. I'm going to rewrite this because of all those mistakes.
2 doesn't necessarily have to do with time. It could be 2 cultists come in and then they blow it up.
If it's not tomorrow, that's good, because then I
There.
could prepare.
That's what it should be. 8 months pass and the harvest is full. 14 days more will the Cretans dig hold. 12 bells more and pass under the wall. Once 2 more pass, it all shall fall. And so that means that 8 months went by, then 14 days went by, then 12 boars, then 2 more. Yeah, 12 bells. I said boars. 12 bells, then 2 more. Maybe it means 2 minutes. Maybe it means 2 more hours. Maybe it means 2 of something else past something.
My dream, I had 12 seeds sitting in a pile.
12 seeds, 12 bells.
Not really a bell, though.
Were you looking up seeds before, Chris, for some reason?
I was trying to figure out the seeds were the magic seeds. What they're
Pepper
called.
seeds.
And you never figured it out?
It's written somewhere. I just can't read fast enough.
Teresiel, the whole importance of Teresiel was that she was traveling with the Mirabar delegation because she was bringing magic seeds to Golden Fields to improve their crop output.
Right.
That's what you know about seeds.
Weren't they called something?
It might have had a name. Let me look.
Magic bell seeds.
I'm assuming since it's your whole thing that like this is the only thing you would have to remember. Magic seeds.
Magical seeds, yes.
Yep.
Those are them.
Those are related to the bells.
Which
No.
to you,
Maybe.
Chris, would
Yes.
mean that if Golden Fields got destroyed, then you finding the Moon Elf is a waste of time. Since the whole reason she's important is so that she could plant seeds at Golden Fields.
I think we knew that.
I mean, Chris knew it. It's his only mission.
Well, it's
Pretty-
man,
Pretty much,
Told up.
yeah. That's all I'm about.
We should probably go there then.
yeah,
And I assume it takes more than a day if we tried to walk there or take a boat or whatever. So I think we gotta
today
take her.
is the 14th.
We gotta
Yeah.
teleport. No?
We have to teleport if it's
Yeah.
going to blow up in a couple hours, maybe.
I'm saying that you realize that it's a little after 1 o'clock on the 14th, and that you figured out that it's going to happen sometime after noon on the 15th.
Got until
Okay.
tomorrow, but we should get down there anyway.
Yeah.
Because the teleportation spell doesn't always get us exactly where we want to go either.
Yeah,
Let's
we
do it.
should teleport.
Alright, I'll pull out the teleport disc and try to teleport us there.
That's
Zippity.
Wait, you're going to have to
See, I can
do the spell.
paste it in the chat here.
I'm sad that I didn't get the rhyme facts as well. I mean, obviously doing it on the fly is hard, but... Alright, so you're going someplace you have been before.
Probably seen casually, maybe.
Well, it says seen casually is supposed to be someplace you have seen more than once, but which you aren't very familiar. Yeah, there's literally one called viewed once. You've been there once.
Possibly using magic, it says.
Uh-huh.
That makes it sound like more just a view, but not
Possibly
actually been
using
there.
magic. Also possibly not using magic. Possibly using magic is a way to take it for somebody who's never actually seen it
Right.
before and turn it into viewed once. So you don't get to like then say, ah, yep, I've grew up there. Because I was there once. So you've got viewed once as
We
your
know
thing.
the rat guy and everything, you know?
Alright, we doing this?
Sure, I can roll it. Or do you,
Alright,
or do you want? It
so...
says GM rolls, but I'll be happy to roll.
Oh, yeah. I'll roll it. That's fine. Nah, you can roll it. Doesn't matter. But before you go, so Dundas has to leave the party because Nate isn't playing and I'm not controlling him anymore. So do you want it to be like he's whoops and let's go as you teleport away, or do you want it to be he actually leaves?
What's the first option?
Like you guys go to teleport away with a teleportation disc and he like scratches his nose as you're teleporting and lets go of Theron's hand. And then you guys leave without him.
Or you can have him tell us how he really feels about all of us. Right now.
Let's have him leave in case he wants to come back, I guess.
Okay, I mean, I thought it was funnier if he accidentally got left behind, because that makes it really easy for him to come back. He just finally finds you guys again.
Yeah.
What happened?
Fine. That's fine.
I got up for a minute, and it sounds like you guys are leaving me behind.
Yeah,
Yeah, we leave
Theron's
Theron
gonna
behind.
stay
No,
here.
I was asking. I mean, I imagined the answer to this would take 15 seconds, and it turned into 4 minutes. I said,
Funny you
because
left me
Nate
behind.
isn't playing anymore, Dundas has to leave the group temporarily for some reason, and I suggested that what we could do is when you guys use the teleportation disc, he lets go of your hand to scratch his nose, and then you guys disappear without him as a way to do it. Or the other idea is that like you go wherever, and he's like, well, I'm heading out, which is kind of lame.
Just forget him.
How about he goes do some errands for me?
Like what?
He can go mail this letter.
And go find the moon elf.
No, he's
Yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah, let's just have him let go.
It's funnier that way. Alright, I'm going to say that's what happens. Screw
Okay.
it. Because then, if and when he ever comes back, he can be like, oh, I finally found you guys. I have no idea what's going on because I wasn't here for it.
And we'll get to hear about all of his crazy adventures in the meantime.
Mail my letter.
What is he gonna do?
Ready for me to roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I get to use anything on this if I miss it? Can I use luck or anything? I don't think it's quite
I don't
that
know.
kind
What
of
does
roll.
luck say?
Wait, luck says attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. I don't think it's any of
No,
those.
it's none of those.
All right, then I'll just roll it. $68.
68. Oh, shit.
You dead?
68 is off target. What does off
Yeah.
target mean? You and your group appear a random distance away. Distance off target is 1d10 times 1d10% of the distance that was to be traveled. Alright. Let's figure that out. So, you were supposed to travel. Where's the thing on this map? It's 1 hex equals 4 miles. So you were supposed to travel. You are... Where are you? Here, kind of. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, so 52 miles. Somebody roll a d10. Somebody else roll another d10.
I don't know if somebody else rolled already.
Let's see, the first two were a 4 and a 4, so 4 times...
I think I rolled.
4 times 4, so 16%. 16% of 52 is a different number. Whatever the result is. It's X.
Yeah.
I've been told it's X.
Okay.
Where's my calculator?
I'm doing it.
52.
8.32.
Alright, you just appear 8 miles away. Finally, somebody roll me a d8. 3. So, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so the party... Oh, I can't move it on the... You're gonna move to there. That's where you appear.
Damn.
Now what?
Well, can we tell where Goldenfield is from here?
Yeah, this is a very flat area, and that is, remember, it's like artificially raised up above the rest of the Earth.
Yeah.
So yes, you can see it.
All right, I guess we're gonna walk the rest of the way. Stupid disc.
That's
I mean-
fine.
Better than walking the entire way.
True. We should get something from here. Then we can always be on target.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you had anything from here. I think you probably did that you could have used.
Probably.
I don't know what I would have had, but well. Anyway, it's not that far. Let's just walk there.
I think I'm gonna put my boots on and get rid of something. So I'm gonna just see what that is. No, that's not helpful today.
What did you get? Aquan, Ignan, Terran, and Primordial. Yes, all of the languages that the cults speak.
Hell yeah. Not gonna help us today.
Alright, you guys just want to go there?
Yeah.
Alright, I can't remember what travel speed is. It is how many miles per hour or whatever.
100, I think.
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
They're there already.
Are we in a grassland?
It's generally
Like-
3 per hour, so I'm gonna say it takes 3 hours to get there because you gotta cross a river. Takes you 3 hours to get there because you cross a river. Update the timeline.
Perkins and Natural Explorer.
Is he now?
We made it.
Yeah, none of that helps you. If it was difficult terrain that you were dealing with, if it was difficult terrain you were dealing with, that wouldn't have mattered, like a swamp or something. But I mean, you're not gonna get lost out in an open field.
Why is grassland a thing? Ah, it's so stupid.
True, you probably shouldn't have picked a thing that's usually easy to do no matter what.
Yes, think something you can't get lost in.
Yeah, why do you have grassland of all the things you could pick?
You'd think you'd have like forest or something like that since you've Born in the Forest.
I think he has that one too, doesn't he? Yeah, he has both.
That's okay.
Let's look at that. That's it.
I've also got nothing else, so my character blows.
Dick, he blows dick. Got him.
Got him.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Where'd Dundus What happened?
Oh, yeah.
He noticed now that he's gone. Whoa!
I thought he was here.
Yeah.
Did he not get teleported with us? Oh God!
Holding his hand, right?
I thought you were holding his hand.
Well, I wasn't. Maxon, were you?
Nope. That's okay. I know the feeling.
What? What does that mean? Why is that okay? He's
You guys
thousands of miles away.
You guys ditched
thousands,
me
hundreds of
with
miles
otherwise.
So you guys arrive here. It's the same type of situation with the guards out front as before, but they recognize you this time and let you in. So you guys enter Golden Fields. There it is. Golden Fields. Why is my map spelled wrong? All right, and you guys apparently don't have any vision on this one for some reason. Interesting. Okay, I'll just have to start throwing tokens on. Grimgar, Erkin, Maxon, Theron. There we go.
It's a pretty big place.
You guys are at G1 right now.
While we're here, I want to go to like the middle of the place and find Buzzspur. I can cast a spell that does that.
Cast a spell that does what?
Locates animals or plants.
Locate animals or plants in learn direction if it's within 5 miles. Let's see. So according to Yep, you're pretty close to it. So this is pretty easy. It's 14 at the Herb Gardens.
Herb Gardens.
Herb. It's Herb's garden.
Herb
H.
Gardens.
The H is silent, Joe.
So it's definitely within 2 miles of you because it's right there on your goddamn labeled map that you just used the spell.
All right, there it goes.
What goes?
A spell? Okay.
Oh. That.
I'm assuming Maxon isn't flying still.
Oh, is it still on the token?
So there are a lot of other entrances to this place. All these other little.
No, those are the watchtowers.
Okay.
They're labeled in case you wanted to label specific towers.
Thing is that they could be digging under the wall too. We don't know.
Yeah, most likely they are.
The Cretans dig holes. Could mean they're digging under. And they've got those guys we saw in the Earth Temple that were digging all the time. I mean, it's easy for them.
Those goddamn bullets, right, Travis?
Yeah. Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Could be bullets. We fight bullets in the Earth Temple.
You did?
Yeah, we did.
I was just talking because Baldur's Gate 3 had this
Oh, I
bullet that
know.
was driving us fucking crazy. The rest of them don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he kept sneak attacking us. He'd throw us all over the place and then leave. Asshole. And then he attacked 2 Minotaurs, and the Minotaurs came over and attacked us. And then he left.
Is he on your team?
No, he's just an asshole.
You ran into the Minotaurs, got them all pissed off. The Minotaurs jumped off a cliff and landed on all our heads, killing all of us except for one guy.
Wow.
It was terrible. Anyway, spoilers.
Oh, not really.
So how do we want to deal with this place? It's really big.
There was a rat guy at... Where was he? He was at the apple orchard.
You guys saw the rat guy at the inn in the town.
But he works at the apple orchard.
Probably,
Or-
I guess, if that's what I
or
told
there-
you.
No, it's a dream about a rat eating apples or something.
Oh, okay.
He's not an actual rat.
He's a metaphor for a bad guy.
I guess.
I mean,
Anyways, I think it's something to do with that.
Are you going to go
I
get your
don't even know
buzz
what that
spur
means.
first, Chris, or are you doing that later?
I'll get that now.
Alright. I mean, it's like 2 miles away.
Are we in a rush?
we probably should
Not,
find
not-
it sooner rather than later, or we're all gonna die.
If I don't get this buzz spur, the elves are gonna die.
You.
Go do
I
that.
also think you might have forgotten about your second list of stuff you need.
We'll meet at the inn later, maybe.
I know
Well,
what that is.
we have until tomorrow, but
Well, don't we need one dead elf?
Yeah, but like you said, it's a huge place.
we don't know if the orb is around here yet, though. They could be bringing it tomorrow. We don't know.
True.
So we have to preemptively figure out what's going to happen. And there's a lot of ground to cover.
Who could help us with tunneling? And well, not actually us tunneling, but what groups are in this town?
What groups?
Like, are the Harpers here? The Emerald Enclave?
Let's see. There's a few things. You know that there's a lot of druids of Shanti. I never know how to pronounce it. She's like the harvest goddess.
They probably wouldn't want this place to just be destroyed.
That live here. You know that Waterdavian nobles provide most of the security here, but they hire a lot of mercenaries to do stuff. So like the head of the guard at the front gate is Sir Phonetic Doyle, and he's the guy that wasn't gonna let Erkin in initially, because he told them he was Zentarum. And then you joked that he was just joking. You know that the Emerald Enclave has a high presence here, and that they have good relationship with the elves of the High Forest.
Who's
That's
Emerald
both
Enclave?
me and Birkin.
What did you say?
Ooh, me or Ryan?
I don't know. Somebody said
Not
that.
me. I was asking who was Emerald Enclave.
I am.
Maybe we should talk to them.
And then somebody you talked to at one point told you that the Zentarum have been trying really hard to get in here, and so they wouldn't be surprised if there was Zentarum spies someplace. As well as potentially spies for the cults someplace.
Well, do we want to check with the Druids first? Or with the Emerald Enclave first?
Maybe Emerald Enclave, because I don't think any of us really know the Druids well.
You also met the dude that leads this place last time.
Hey, I bet.
Yeah, the abbot.
Why did you say it like that?
I hate that guy.
I hate that guy. It's an Abbott and Costello thing that was in a Mel Brooks movie.
Yeah,
Robin
Travis.
Hood Men in Tights, maybe? Yeah, at the
Yeah.
wedding. At the wedding. It was the wedding scene. Everyone was saying hello to the abbot, which was Mel Brooks. Anyway, I do very well, obviously.
See? He gets it.
Somebody does. Okay, so do you want to go see the abbot?
No, I want to kill the rat man.
Why do you want to kill him?
I don't even know if he's bad guy.
Why don't you just go different ways instead of just arguing about where you're going to go? I'm tired of this.
I'll go to the Emerald Enclave,
Uh,
wherever they might be.
Yeah, the town, pretty much. I mean, This whole thing is just like a whole bunch of different farms, so there's people working everywhere. That a lot of them are Emerald Enclave. But if you're looking for any kind of leadership, you'd have to go to the town, and then from there figure out whether you want to go to North Furrow's End, which is like the bar, the Golden Gulp Brewery, which I think that's where the head of the guard is. Golden Gulp Brewery. Yeah, there's a watchtower right next to the brewery, which is where the captain of the guard is. The abbey is where the abbot is at location 7. So 7, 8, or 9 are really where all the leadership hangs out. And then nearby where you are right now, location 3 is like the store, like the gift shop. For on your way on your way in or on your way out. Other than that, you could just talk to random people and ask them if they're Emerald Enclave.
I just walk around and go, Emerald Enclave! And
All
see
right.
if people look over.
Yeah, eventually a druid comes up to you. He says, I am an Emerald Enclave member. How can I help you?
Hey, so there's a whole big thing coming. Also, I'm an Emerald Enclave member, if you didn't realize I'm a Summer Strider.
What's your favorite thing about nature?
That it's alive and not dead.
That's my favorite part too.
Yeah, that's great.
My
place
name is Meow Mix Yogi Bear.
That's not your name, is it?
I don't know. I was just looking up random names, and that's what I got.
That's his nature name.
My name is Meow Mix Yogi Bear, and I'll be a member of your party going forward.
That's not happening. Thanks.
Welcome.
Where are we going, guys?
Welcome, Meow Mix.
Where is the?
I'm a druid. I have all kinds of magical powers. I can make plants grow.
I like him.
I've been waiting for this.
Are you good? What level are you?
He reaches to the ground where there's just dirt, and then a flower grows, and he picks it up and he hands it to you. And he goes, I made a flower. Here you go.
Okay, I'm sick of you. Where are the real on Emerald Enclave?
I am an Emerald Enclave, and I'm real.
What is your rank?
Don't make me look that up. Come on.
You would know if you were really a member. You would know.
What's your rank?
I want to cast.
I'm a Summer Strider.
No enemy.
Okay,
Adam.
then I'm.
Is it Mr. Meow Mix or Mr. Yogi Bear?
I put it in the chat.
Mr. Yogi Bear.
Yes, his last name's Yogi Bear. Let's see, factions. Let's say that he's an Autumn Reaver. I'm an Autumn Reaver.
Is that good?
It's higher than you.
Oh.
All right. Well, can you actually help us, or?
Depends on what you need help with.
Well, you see, an evil cultist cult is planning on using an orb of destruction to destroy Golden Fields tomorrow. Sometime
Tomorrow?
in the afternoon.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's be serious about this. What do you need? What do you need?
We need to have people on the lookout for these cultists and maybe investigating potential infiltration points.
How are they going to enter the walls? How are they getting in?
We're thinking tunnels. You know,
Not
Tunnels?
sure.
Well, how are people going to keep a lookout for tunnels?
well, I don't know. You just brought a flower out of the ground just by putting your hands on it. Can you like feel vibrations in the earth and tell me if there's like big monsters digging underneath?
He lays down and puts his ear on the ground. Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Are there any Earth cultists around here that you guys are aware of?
I mean, no. I mean, I would hope that if somebody knew about Earth cultists, they'd say something.
So you haven't noticed any holes in the ground that are abnormal, or
No, I mean, there's been some abnormal stuff, but not holes in the ground.
Ooh, like what?
What? I don't know if it's relevant. What do you want, the whole story? You want the whole thing?
Yeah,
It's gonna take a
give
little
me the
while.
whole- That's fine.
All right. Okay. Hopefully it's relevant. Hold on. Let me see. I was trying to look up. There we go.
Hopefully it's irrelevant.
Hold on, I'm trying to see. Let's see, what can he do? That's not a bad idea. Okay. He is going to snap his fingers and say something in like a druidic language you don't understand, and all of a sudden, in a kind of a ring around you, there are 8 giant badgers, which are medium beasts, so they're like human-sized badgers. And he has cast the spell Conjure Animals. And he says, and all of the badgers like nod their heads and then dig into the ground, and you see them go off like Bugs Bunny. And he says, "All right, let's see.
What was that about?
Huh? You said
What was that
you
about?
wanted us to keep a lookout for cultists and holes, so I summoned some badgers and sent them to look.
Oh, good.
That's great.
Was doing what you said to do."
That's a good start, yeah.
He kind of like squints at you with one eye, like, why didn't you know what he was doing?
I don't speak Badger or whatever you're speaking to.
Well, how do you guys look for stuff? Do you just like stand around talking about it for a while and hope Druid walks up?
Well, I was kind of hoping you could do something like that, but I also kind of figured that's what you were doing. I didn't ask.
So like a month ago, we had to exhume a body from the graveyard. Now the graveyard is outside the walls, not inside the walls, because we want to make sure that like undead can't find their way in here or anything, right? So the graveyard's outside the walls. We had to go exhume a body because a family of a deceased worker had arrived from far away and they wanted to bring the body home, which is pretty normal. So this person had been buried all the way back in June, all right? And this was like a month ago that the body had to be exhumed. So I was there for a few months. The casket was opened and there was no body inside. So an investigation was launched, and it was revealed that there was no evidence that the body had been taken after the burial, which meant that the body was taken prior to the burial, that we had buried an empty coffin. So the abbot ordered the most recent grave to be opened. This person had been buried like a week before this whole thing. No body. No body. Empty coffin. Again. So, when was the last time you were here? August 12th.
Anybody? August 12th.
August 12th.
Interesting. So, the one that person who was buried most recently, that was August 8th, and the bodies were exhumed on August 15th. So it was right in between when you were here. Anyway, since the people who, since then, we've had the morgue under watch. Now, the morgue is inside the walls before bodies are transferred to the graveyard. So we've got 2 people who work at the morgue, and they've both been cleared, but I don't know if they're worth talking to. And I don't know if it has anything to do with this. But there's this halfling who was hired like 6 months ago, and there's like this old dragonborn dude named Basil. He's been here for like a real long time. I don't know if it has anything to do with it. Alright, story number 2. Let me see if I want to paste this whole thing for you. Yep, I must have typed this up as something that could be copy-paste, because that is fine to give you. Alright, story number 2. A portion of the wheat field, which is at location 13B, so it's kind of close to here, caught fire on August 22nd. This is rare, considering that the enchantment which gives the abbot control over the weather typically wouldn't allow something like that. Nothing is ever so dry that it should easily catch fire. It turns out that a brass dragonborn had gotten drunk and accidentally used his fire breath on it. So they kept him locked up for a few days until he swore to take it easy on the Golden Gulp, which is the beer they make here. His name is Timothy Firespit, and he works at the Herb Gardens.
Who's Herb?
Herb Gardens. Sorry, I do that. People who are really smart make that mistake. The third thing is that there was an unexpected but very minor seismic event outside of the wall to the north of the cornfield on September 2nd. We investigated, and there was no sign of any magic nor any creatures in the area. Those are the things that are going on.
Where's the graveyard compared to the walls here on our map?
The graveyard is not on this map.
Is it north as well, or different direction?
It is west,
West. Okay.
so that it's away from the river. So let's say it's like 3 miles to the west. I'll add that to this.
Well, isn't the seismic event what we were looking for?
Yeah, I guess so,
suspicious.
but I mean, it was like 2 weeks ago.
How far can those badgers burrow underground?
I mean, until they get tired. I mean, they're burrowers. I don't know. How long can you walk?
Quite a long time.
Well, that's how long they can dig. They're kind of slow, though. I mean, it's not like walking. Their burrow speed is 10 feet.
Hmm.
So they go 20 feet every 6 seconds.
That's pretty good. Do we want to have that investigated by the badgers?
Yeah,
I mean, I already sent them off. I can't, like, mentally communicate with them or anything.
Oh.
I told them to go look for abnormally large holes under the ground.
Are they
Damn
gonna,
you, Mammox, go bear.
are they gonna come back at some point?
You can just call me Mr. Yogi Bear.
Fuck you.
I mean, they'll try to find me if they find something.
Okay. Are there other people that could cast that spell?
Are there what? Other people who can cast the spell? Sure,
Yeah,
there's plenty of
and-
druids here. I mean, that's an easy spell.
Okay.
Well,
Why-
it's a
why
level
don't-
3 spell, but
Why don't you have one
share
of
it with
them?
your fellow druids, and hopefully you can figure this shit out before we all die.
we just want people digging all over the place looking for holes.
Check the cornfield and the apple orchards.
Man, this is a really big place.
Yeah, if find more people, the better.
I would say check that north part again. Out where the seismic event was.
Yeah,
That
another
sounds pretty
druid could
suspicious.
send some.
You mean like
Bad
above ground
ground.
out there?
Not have like badgers or something and check below the ground.
Okay. I mean, how low should they dig?
As low as they can, I guess.
All right. I'll go
I mean,
do
like-
that.
Like if they can do it, like dig down for a couple hours and then come back up, something like that.
I mean, you
Start-
realize how big this place is, right?
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
I mean, straight up, the northern wall is 4 miles long.
Do
You want
have
them to
any
dig
suggestions?
downward for an hour? Like,
Is-
how many badgers do you think I have?
8?
Yeah, that was 8. Like, I could have them search like a 1/10 of a mile and be sure there's no holes there.
Well, specifically this area where the seismic event was.
Okay, but like we don't know exactly where that was. I mean, it was
Well,
north
badgers.
of the
So
cornfield.
Mr. Yogi Bear, do your
The-
best.
Okay, I will. The cornfield's 1.5 miles wide.
Do you have anybody else that's really well respected that could give us a different kind of suggestion? We're up for anything.
Yeah,
right
go
now.
talk to the abbot. I don't know why you didn't start with that.
I don't know. This guy doesn't like the abbot.
Why not?
I don't know. He says he
Is
sucks
he
or something.
Zentarum?
Hey, how'd you know that?
Yeah, he is.
What the fuck? Why would you bring a Zentarum in here?
I don't like this guy anymore.
It's only sort of Zentarum. He would screw them over in a heartbeat if he had the chance.
He
I remember
starts to
Zentarum.
walk away.
He actually might be worse than Zentarum, to be honest.
Well, Mr. Yogi Bear, let us know if you find anything.
He's walked away. He can't hear you anymore. He's walking toward the town. He's walking kind of fast.
He's gonna
Oh, no.
get you arrested, Erkin.
I wonder how long he can walk for.
Well, anyway, I guess
You might
we'll
wanna-
go see the abbot.
Go invisible, Erkin, or something. Use your
Yeah.
shadow powers and stay in the shadows.
I got things to do.
All right, go do the things. He's gonna call the cops on you. It seems like
Does anyone know who that guy was?
he's an Emerald Enclave druid.
Yeah,
I
make
was
Yogi
talking
Bear.
about, Urkin.
What were you talking about, Erkin? About?
No, we just gotta pretend we don't know Urkin now, cause
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, let's go to the abbot. Well, that's where I'm going, at least.
Yep, that's where I want to go to.
Okay. Who else?
Not me.
All right. Maxon and Erkin, put yourselves where you go. There in Grimgar, you enter the
Oh, I thought I'm
abbey
going with
and
them.
go to the abbot's office. And when you get there, the abbot is there along with the other lady. Jiling, I think. Yeah, Jiling. They're there, and the abbot tells you, well, I've been on the lookout for trouble since you first came along. We haven't noticed anything overly suspicious. I mean, this place is pretty big with a lot of strange folk. He'll relay to you the same 3 stories that the druid did. Those are probably the most abnormal things that have happened. We haven't managed to come up with anything meaningful from our investigations. I mean, the one with the fire was pretty simply worked out. I don't know where those bodies went, and we don't know what that seismic event was. Certainly, we were very worried about it because, well, you said that it might be Earth cultists that would come in, but we didn't find any holes outside the wall. Any kind of evidence of somebody digging in. So I don't really know what else we could do.
We'll just tell him of the spell we used to see the event, like the clues or whatever.
Oh boy, alright, well, if we only have a day, you certainly have whatever resources you need to figure this out. What are your places of interest?
Would be something to discuss now. So what do you guys think? Where would a cultist group want to enter here?
Well, they probably either come through the gate or else they're going to try to dig under. If they're digging, they can dig anywhere. That's the problem.
I would guess they would dig since there's only one entrance and it's pretty heavily guarded.
Yeah.
The Earth cultists, so.
Well,
But it also doesn't mean it's a big hole. It could be a hole big enough for just like 2 humans.
If you don't have any locations you need checked out, are there any specific people of interest you think we should talk to? I mean, I could send the guard to talk to anyone, or you could talk to them yourselves.
The druids may be helpful.
Are there anyone you suspect of being cultists? I mean, we think there might be cultist spies in town somewhere, but we don't know who it could be. There's lots of people here.
I mean, I don't know that we suspect anybody specific. Let me see.
Can we share what the Urkin's vision with him? See if that connects with him at all.
The 3 things from Erkin's vision?
Yeah. Maybe that'll ring a bell with
No,
him.
but he would say, well, if you think that Golden Fields is being destroyed tomorrow, then the one with the seeds sounds like that's here.
Number 12 mean anything?
The number 12? That's how many seeds Terrestrial was supposed to be bringing to us.
Mm.
Yeah, that's not related, is it?
We've been worried based on some intercepted messages that there might be a Zentarum spy in the livestock fields. Certainly with the missing bodies, the halfling that we hired 6 months ago at the morgue is a person of interest.
Were they
Okay.
questioned?
Yes, but we couldn't find anything that would implicate her. So we let it go.
Livestock fields and the morgue.
And then we don't suspect anybody specifically, but if you think that something happened to the north of the cornfield, certainly there's a potential that there's something around that area or the barley field or apple orchard, the 2 areas that abut it.
We split up. There's 3 of us, and we don't know what Urkin's doing, so maybe I'll go talk to the halfling, right?
Yeah.
At the morgue, have somebody try to find the spy in the Zentarum. It'd be nice to have Urkin do that, but I don't know where he is. And then checking out the northern past the cornfields there.
I'd like to talk to that halfling too. I can guess on the truth.
Okay. Can you relay a message to Urkin from here?
I can. It's my last 3rd level spell, but I can.
Well, we can do more looking tomorrow. I think we probably won't get any fights today, so I doubt you'll use much more spells.
Yeah,
If you
what
wanna just
message?
ask Urkin to check out what
You can-
the Zentarum spy. See if you can find him.
Sure.
I think he's probably the only one they'll talk to.
All right. So I'll cast Sending.
Uh-huh. Are you doing it where the abbot can hear you?
Nah, let's do it after.
Okay. You have
Or
anything
when
else
I'm-
to talk
when
to
I'm
him
out of
about?
earshot.
Or do you want to step out while they continue talking to him?
I'll step out
Okay.
and then I'll do it there and say, Urkin, there might be a Zentarum spy in the livestock area. Please go there and see what you can find.
Okay. So
He can
you
respond.
can respond.
What do they look like? What's their name?
We can't answer you back. That's what we're hoping for.
I'm on the way.
Also, it would be a terrible spy if you knew what his name was and what he looked like.
Yeah.
Why am I talking to this guy again?
You can't. You don't know. It's good that you don't know because you
I'm
really
just
don't
saying
know.
all this, yeah. I got the buzz spur.
Yay.
He's got like 5 words left, and you just hear him
Yeah.
like, "Goddamn Grimgar, what a
All right, I'll go back in. Talking to the habit.
All right. Well, before I go to Chris, is there anything else you guys want to talk about there?
I just want to ask him if there's any powerful people or groups in town that he can give some of this information to help us. But other than that, I think we're good.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have everybody looking around.
Who's
You're saying it's
the
happening
who's,
tomorrow.
who's the Dragonborn? Is he of anybody of importance besides the fact that he drinks too much?
Which Dragonborn? We have a lot of Dragonborn that work here.
The one that set fire to the bar, the tavern over there.
He set
To the
fire
fields.
to a field.
To a field, yeah.
He set fire to.
Field.
13B.
13, yeah.
Yeah, the wheat field.
Field, yeah.
He says, I don't know that he's special other than that he's a drunk. He works in the herb gardens. He got drunk and accidentally let loose a massive belch that released his fire breath into the field and caused a fire. We kept him locked up a few days and let him sober up and told him to take it easier on the golden gulp. They charge him 3 times the normal price now just to keep his habit back. If there's one thing this habit doesn't like, it's a bad habit.
So you don't think there's anything suspicious about his behavior?
Didn't seem suspicious, seemed pretty clear cut to me. Though I don't know if that means he had anything to do with the herbs that were stolen.
Stolen
Good
herbs?
there.
Yeah, a few months back, somebody stole a whole bunch of waterline and cudweed.
Possible he used the alcohol as an excuse to burn the field?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You guys know all about the waterline and cudweed, by the way. It's the stuff that was stolen to summon Billy Drag.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Okay, so he's probably not important then. Probably a waste of time. Maybe if it's like the last option, we can check him out, but
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's not much else to do besides just try to keep an eye out for stuff, and obviously if there's any weird people approaching the city, they need to be kept out at all costs. But
Yep. You guys I'm not trying to be mean here. Stop trying to tell the Golden Fields people to solve this problem. This is an adventure for you guys, not for me to have 100 people run around and solve it for you.
Okay.
You know, so they're doing everything they can. They've thought of everything they can. If there's anything they're not doing, you have to tell them to do it because they don't know what else to do. So they're already doing everything they can. They're looking for people. They are trying. I assure you they are.
go talk to
So where's your next destination going to be before we go to Chris?
probably head to that half elf at the morgue.
the
Okay.
halfling.
I had a map. There isn't a morgue on this list, right? I had a map where I added it, and then when I moved you guys to Golden Fields, I noticed this map didn't have it. Yeah, I wonder how I messed that up. Let me just do a quick word search through here for morgue and see if something. It's got to be in the town. Yeah, nothing else is coming up. So, if it's in the town, and the thing's on the west, let's say that it's like right there. Okay? So that's where you guys go next. Erkin, you go to the livestock fields, and you see a couple dozen people working here, tending to the animals, doing all kinds of things, shoeing animals or feeding them and milking cows and all that kind of stuff. What do you want to do?
I guess I gotta find the Sontaran spy for some reason.
Okay. So how do you want to do that?
Who's in charge of the farm place? Maybe they would know because they're powerful. I don't know. I don't know how to find a spy. Think. Yeah. Where's
Well,
the authority?
what do you know because you're Zentarum? Like, what are your Zentarum abilities?
I can
Yeah.
get messengers and stuff. Like if my level's high, I can recruit hirelings and stuff. That's all I know.
Every time I look at somebody's sheet and change something to look at it, you guys immediately change it as if somehow the sheet did it on its own and it wasn't me.
Because you ask us to look up something, then you look it up.
I thought you learned something because of... Well, I guess I'm silly to think you would have put it there, huh? Didn't you learn something because you were Zentarum? Am I crazy?
I think you are.
Like a special ability, or
I thought you could speak Thieves' Cant now. What did you get? You got something from Snagmother or somebody. They gave you something. Maybe it was a proficiency. I mean, you've got your badge, I know that. You keep switching back to this sheet that has about 12 words on it.
None of them are good.
So I can't look at your core. So I give up trying to look at your core. Alright, you gotta figure it out on your own. You won't let me help. Go ahead.
There's nothing in the car.
You want to go talk to the main guy?
Main guy.
Alright. Main guy at the livestock field, who's definitely not going to know who the spies are, because then that would make him a terrible spy. It's a centaur named Tyron.
Tyron.
Uh-huh.
Urkan.
What do you need?
How many people work in these fields?
58.
58 people. How many of them are actively in this field?
About half? A little less than half?
Okay. How many of them wear glasses?
None.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. All right. Has there been any activity in the fields that's out of the norm? What do you?
Yeah, a few of our ledgers went missing.
Few of your ledgers. What's so important about the ledgers?
It just contains information about how much livestock we have and how much food we're feeding them and where our production is headed. Information that would probably only be useful to someone who was going to cause trouble.
Makes sense. And okay, doesn't like help. You don't know who took them, obviously. They're gone, they're missing. So there's probably someone in your field that's a spy of some sort.
A spy? He shouts.
Yes. I'm here to help you find this spy.
Who do you think he's spying for?
It could be anyone. It could be the Emerald Enclave.
The Emerald Enclave?
It could be, I don't remember the rest of them. Maybe like the Zentarum.
The Zentarum, you say? He shouts.
Good lord.
What should I do?
I guess you should bring your people in one by one to have me question them.
Who are you?
I was sent here by the abbot.
Make a deception check. You didn't talk to the abbot. You're sent here by Grimgar, and you don't know why.
He went to the abbot. The deception.
14. Okay, he says, I'm going to bring everybody in to ask them some questions, but I don't know if I'll let you do it. He gallops away.
That guy's a piece of shit.
Then what do you do?
I don't know. I want him to get the.
You hear a tap on your shoulder. You feel a tap on your shoulder. Hey, buddy.
Hey, guy.
Hey. Wow, were you just talking to that centaur about a Zentarum spy?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your interest in the Zentarum spy, huh?
I have no idea. I have to.
Hey, it's not a good idea to go around the livestock fields talking about Zentarum spies. You know what I mean? Might give people the wrong idea, huh?
I'm gonna show him my Zentarum badge.
Hey, watch where you show that, buddy.
This is why. This is why, you son of a bitch.
Follow me, and he leads you over to this small shack, and he opens the door, and it's just black inside.
Okay.
What do you do?
Do you have contacts with the Zentarum? Can you get a message out?
Shut the hell up. Get in the shed.
Okay, get in the shed.
Or as we call it, this is our Chris Pour.
I'm familiar with that.
Get it, Travis? Travis isn't here, is he?
What? What'd you say?
I said get in the shed, or as we call it, the Chris Pour.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You go into the shed?
Yeah.
Into the dark shed? All right.
Yeah, I trust this guy.
He slips in after you and closes the shed. You're standing there in pitch black, but you have dark vision, so you can see.
Suddenly he's naked.
All right. So he pulls out a badge and shows it to you, too.
He can't see me.
He can see you.
But I'm in the dark.
You can see him. Oh, right. He can't see you. Where the fuck you go?
I'm right here. I get it. You're
Whoa, watch it. Hey. Shit. What the fuck? All right.
I need you to get a message.
What? A message?
I don't care about... Yeah. It's got to go to Yartar.
All right. My name's Shelvis Martholio, by the way.
Okay.
Who the fuck are you?
I am Erkin Andurkan.
Wow, where the fuck did he go? He's like reaching out. He pokes you.
Whoa, hey, right here.
Whoa,
hey, whoa,
hey.
hey.
All right, you need a message sent to Yartar. Who do you need it to go to?
No. Where is he? I have it written down right here. His name is... what's the guy's name? The guy in the thing. The potion guy.
I love how you've got like a thing you really want to do and you have no idea who it's about.
It just says
Are you talking about Hiram Zilt?
I think so. That sounds familiar.
He's the Zentarum guy.
Zilt. He spelled Zilt. There he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
He'll take the letter from you. Sure. Send me later what that says.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
Second.
Yeah.
I have word that there's something going on in the apple orchard with the Rat Man.
With the Rat Man, you say? I don't know who that is.
I don't know, really is either. Actually, I do know his name. It's something, but I forgot it too. I'm not good with names.
I'm not good with names either, so it probably won't do no good. You say there's something bad going down here?
Yeah, the Earth cult got something to do with the apple orchard.
Hey, be quiet with that word too. Shit. You're a troublemaker.
What do you know about the Earth cult?
Bad news. Look,
Yeah, I
listen.
know.
The Zentarum want to take this place over. We don't want it to be destroyed by the Black Earth cult crazy people. They're nuts.
Yeah.
If they were gonna attack, it'd probably be one or two places. Yeah.
The apple orchard?
Yeah, one or two places. That's one.
That's the other one too.
No, that's not the other one. The other one is the guardhouse over by the grain towers. Yeah, the wall by the apple orchard. That one is the strongest and the deepest. So the guards concentrate on that area the least. That's why it'd be the best place to come in. The guard tower over by the grain towers is the weakest and is slated for repairs later this month.
Which grain towers?
Huh?
There's
4B.
Like 4B? Oh.
Yeah, just to the one just to the north of that. That area is the weakest and is slated for repairs later this month. What's notable is that some outside workers are being called in to do the work, and perhaps they plan to slip someone in.
Why would they want to infiltrate at multiple places?
I'm telling you, it's probably one of those two, because I've been scouting this place out for months, and those are the two places I identified.
I like your style.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the best person here to ask.
Huh.
It's a great idea to come see me.
I know. I get things done, you know that?
Sounds like it, buddy.
Alright, I give him the Zentarum handshake in the dark.
Yep,
which is a soft kiss on the cheek.
Hey, you can't see it, but you're making me blush.
It wasn't
Right.
my mouth.
How about you keep your mouth a little bit quieter from now on, because you're making horse people shout all kinds of crazy shit, and you're going to get me in trouble. I hope you didn't launch any kind of investigation that'll result in me getting captured.
Hey, you're pretty resourceful. You know what to do.
Hey, that's right, I am. Ha! I'm going to stick it to some other guy. Get him killed. All right.
Get him killed.
I'm done with this guy.
There's this frog guy I don't like very much. He's going down. Yeah, fuck that guy. Alright, good luck. Don't let me get blown up here.
You got it.
Hey!
I like this guy.
Alright, you're done with him. You guys are going where? The bathroom? The morgue.
I went
Halfling.
going
Yeah,
to see the morgue.
Yeah,
We're going to the morgue. We're going to the morgue. Alright. 3 of you head over to the morgue.
Want to get some lunch at the morgue.
Get some lunch at the morgue. Alright. You get to... Yep, that's probably all I got. Okay, you get to the morgue, and the morgue has, what did I say, 2 people working there. Hefstra Gravelfoot is a female halfling hired 6 months ago, and Basil Switchback is an older copper dragonborn who has been here a while. Who do you want to talk to?
I think the halfling
Yeah.
first, anyway.
Okay. She says, hello, how can I help you?
Is she lying? Can I roll perception?
Yeah, roll an insight check. She's telling the truth.
Yeah.
She just stands there while you
sorry,
look at her, saying nothing.
I thought Grimgar was going to do it because he
Oh,
wanted
okay,
to
I'll
come
do it.
here.
I'll say. Well, you rolled that insight so quickly, I thought you were going right for it. So you Hestra Gravelfoot?
Yeah, that's me. What
Yeah,
do you need?
Yeah, we're doing an investigation here about those missing bodies.
Okay,
Familiar with that?
of course.
All right, good. I'm gonna cast a spell here.
Why would you do that? Don't do that.
Because I'll know if you're telling the truth or not.
I mean, you got to be careful casting spells around here because we're very worried that someone might try to practice some kind of necromancy, which is the whole reason why we have the graveyard outside in the first place.
Yeah. Well, it's
He's a cleric,
spell. I'll know
so-
if you're telling the truth or not. So no, don't worry about it. Unless you're lying.
Sounds like something a cop would say.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, so you can fail and make sure that you're affected by the spell, which is what I'd like you to do. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of suspicious why you're not telling the truth.
Don't worry, I don't mind if you're suspicious of me. You're a stranger and you haven't told me why you're here. And you
We're
just
here-
said you were going to cast spells on me.
We're
Really,
here.
that's the most suspicious thing I've heard all day.
Well, we're here investigating a very serious matter on behalf of the abbot. And
I'm investigating a dwarf that's going around kidnapping
yeah, okay. Anyway,
halflings.
I'm going to cast a spell, and we'll go from there.
All right, sounds good.
You killed her, didn't you? Inflict wounds. Level 4.
Level 6.
Level 6.
All right, let me cast it. Of course, it's not on that sheet, so. Oh, there it goes.
All right. She fails. You don't know if she failed on purpose or not.
And I know if she failed, right? Yes. I'll say okay. Well, a couple questions about these missing bodies. Do you have anything to do with it?
Of course I did. I work at the morgue.
Huh? Do you know where the bodies went? Who took the bodies?
I have a good idea of who took them.
Please tell me.
The Earth.
The Earth.
Yep.
Can you explain further what you mean by that? The bodies should have been in the caskets.
Well, yeah, they were buried, but the Earth took them.
What do you mean the Earth took them?
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you bury bodies, right? They return to the soil.
Not that quickly.
Not if they're in a casket.
Well, I mean, they go back to the soil as quickly as they go back to the soil. My guess is they're still here with us.
So you think they're in town here somewhere?
I think that they are all over the fields.
I really want to kill this halfling. Suddenly.
Do you remember of any cult?
No.
You know anything about Black Earth?
Well, typically when the Earth is very black, it means that it's very fertile.
But Black Earth occult, not the soil.
I've heard of them.
Okay. And do you know anyone that's a member?
No. Well, I don't know that anyone is a member.
Do you suspect anyone of being a member?
I do not suspect anyone of being a member.
Where did she come from? Can you ask her that?
Yeah, you can ask her a question.
Oh, it works if I ask to.
Yeah.
So, he said she got there 6 months ago, right?
Yes.
Where did you come from 6 months ago to here?
Amphil.
What did you do in Amphel as an occupation?
I worked at a morgue.
Makes sense. Why did you come here?
I needed a job.
Lost your job at the morgue in Amphel?
Yes.
Why?
What was the reason for that?
They chose not to employ me anymore.
Can you say why they decided not to employ you?
Yes.
Can you give me information? The reason?
Tell us the reason.
Yeah, tell us.
I don't want to.
Were there any bodies that went missing at the morgue and Info when you worked there?
She just looks down.
Thinking, Are you a necromancer?
This has been very hard for me to answer all these questions and make sure I'm telling the truth, but also answer very quickly.
You've been doing a good job.
Up until now.
Yeah, well, she doesn't have another answer for that.
She's not saying anything.
Yeah, you guys can do some kind of check against her if you want. You can either do an insight check to see what you think. You can try to do some other kind of charisma check to force her to do whatever.
I would do insight.
Oh, she's holding shit back. Oh my god, it's so obvious. 25.
What are you holding back from us?
Information.
And why? It's going to put
Because
you in
I
trouble?
don't want you to have that information.
What do you expect to happen if you give us the information?
Okay. Look, I'll tell you what is going on if you give me something.
What do you want?
I don't know, make it worth my while. You're in here trying to get me fired.
Hey, we don't want to get you fired. We're just worried that there's dangerous things happening around here.
Yeah, me too. That's why I want to tell you, but I can't. Look, you're going to tell somebody and I'm going to get fired. Even if you don't want me to get fired, I'm going to get fired, so you got to give me something. I don't know what.
Gold piece?
We have lots of gold.
I mean, 1 gold is very little money.
Well, you can turn that 1 gold into a bunch of gold if you're,
Give me 100 gold. I'll tell you everything I'm up to.
100 gold.
Have we paid that much for information before?
75 gold.
Deal. Somebody
Yeah,
give her
I'll
75 gold.
Alright,
I'll
I'll
remove it from
get
my-
rid of the party money.
Oh, okay.
She says, okay, so me and Spurt are followers of Uruglan, the halfling god of earth and death. And Uruglan is gentle, rarely speaks or shows emotion. He's revered by his chosen but never feared. He's a protector of the dead. Well, because the halfling dead are usually buried in the earth, he's also the guardian of the earth itself, as opposed to like green plants and stuff, which is the dominion of other halfling deities. Anyway, we have been composting the people who die of natural deaths and been adding the remains to the soil because that's what our god would want us to do.
Who's your partner in all this again?
Spurt Dirtface.
Where's he?
I have to look. Hold on. Oops, what just happened? Spurt Dirtface. Spurt works at the apple orchard.
He's also a halfling?
Yes, he's older guy.
You came here together 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really have any issues with this.
Sweet.
My only question is it sanitary? Is it alright for the food to be grown with these bodies?
I mean,
Out here.
where do you think the soil comes from?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, you're not. How long are you composting them? They're not pure dirt by the time you're putting them in the fields, are they?
We got a whole system.
Oh, you
Urgland's
really-
been around a long time. This isn't
Yeah.
like some new
Oh,
thing.
you're good at composting.
Yes, we know what we're doing.
All right.
And,
This isn't-
I mean, if you really want to worry about the food, just think about what all the magic that's put in this stuff to make it so big is doing to you. You're probably going to get cancer.
Good point.
feel like the intelligence in Theron would just be fine with this.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
they probably fire her over this, but I don't know why you guys would care.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really
And,
care.
and she's
about
under
it
the
too
zone
much.
of truth too, so everything she just said had to be the truth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah,
Okay.
we don't really care about this issue. We were more concerned if you were with a cult or something around here. So you don't know
Yeah, we
about
won't-
any.
We won't tell anyone either, just so you
Yeah.
know.
Awesome.
So we're worried about this cult attacking Goldenfield tomorrow. You've heard or seen anything suspicious going on here, or is there someone we could talk to that might be able to provide that information?
Well, there was this like seismic event that happened north of the wall. Spurt said that scared the shit out of him.
What
What
was
was?
it?
Yeah.
Huh?
You
What
go,
was he?
Ryan.
He's a halfling.
Sorry, you go.
What was the seismic event? Like an earthquake?
Yeah, the ground shook.
Well,
I should have just gone myself. So it was just shaking. Is what you're saying? That's all.
Yeah,
Nothing-
like it felt like a whole bunch of fireballs went off under the ground. Like,
Did it sound like a normal earthquake, or
it's
was
the
it
first
more...
one I've ever seen.
Okay, yeah, that's this was just for sure. Okay, I think we checked that out.
That's pretty weird.
Sure, you can tell Spurt that I said you're cool.
Great.
If you, I mean, honestly, if you just mention Earlgalan, like he'll know you know everything already because, like, we don't tell anybody because they would know what that means.
How do you spell his name?
This is a real like god in the stuff too. I didn't make this up.
Urgulin.
It's sweet. They have like a god that's like a god of the earth, but not of plants. Like I think that's pretty sweet.
Oh,
Soil.
I've got one further question. Have you ever heard of Cleo Goodfellow? He's a halfling.
No, can't say that I have.
Okay.
Have you heard the tales of Theron?
Are you Theron?
Yeah.
Now I have. Hey, I don't see a tail.
Well,
All right.
I think we're good here.
Yeah.
Thank you for finally telling us. Enjoy the
thank you
75 gold.
And thank you for not telling anybody.
Welcome. All right.
Okay.
Do we have any interest in his friend, her friend there? He did hear it, I guess. He said it scared the shit out of him. Or feel it.
Oh, the spurt dirt face that
Where was the apple orchard, she said?
That's what she said. Yep.
Okay. You want to go there on the way to the north?
we can.
I mean, 16 is farthest
Well,
north.
Then we
Wait, when
we
they
gotta
say
walk
north,
around.
do they mean outside of Golden Fields?
So the the seismic event was to the north of the cornfield, outside the wall. Like that, they could tell it originated from out there. They couldn't pinpoint exactly where. There is a power that the abbot has that relates to the magic of this place to control the weather, and that's why they were able to pinpoint like where it originated from, but not exactly where, because he's got that weather control, and he couldn't stop the place from shaking because it was so close to Golden Fields.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Erkin, where did you go when you finished with Shelvis?
I guess I kind of want to meet up with them somehow. So I
Okay,
was
well,
standing.
you knew that they were at the Abbey before, so you could kind of go back and wait in the middle of the town, and they would certainly come back that way.
Yeah.
So you guys are kind of in the middle of the town together.
I figured everything out.
Did you find that Zentarum spy?
Yo, did I? We had a moment in the dark.
Okay. You want to elaborate?
Yeah, so there's 2 points of contact, potentially. One is the guard tower to the east, directly of here, and then the other is the apple orchards. Like I said all along, probably has to do with the Rat Man.
Also, a halfling at the apple orchard that witnessed some of the seismic activity firsthand.
They say it's deepest over there or something where people can't know people are digging and stuff. I don't know. And then there's new guys on the eastern gate causing trouble. Eastern tower people.
What time of day is it?
That's a good question. Let's see. You got here at 4 p.m., and because you've been doing so much, it's got to be 7 p.m. by now.
We want to split up, check the guards in the apple orchard.
Yeah, I'd like to go check out this guard tower to the east.
I would like
If
to
you
go
guys
to
wanna
the
go.
apple orchard.
Orchard.
Who wants to come with me?
I will.
Okay, me and Max gonna go to the apple orchard then. And then
Okay,
we'll
I go
meet
to
up
the-
at the inn afterward, unless it's still daylight, and then we can, well, meet up at the inn regardless, and we'll see what's going on.
Okay, so let's see. By the time you guys get there, they'll have made it to the guard tower. So you get to the guard tower, and what you see is a portion of the wall. Basically, there's a whole bunch of people there, like measuring stuff out and trying to figure out how much material they're going to need to repair it. There's also guards up on the tower. And you see that the people going to repair the wall are just this whole big pile of gnomes.
Gnomes. Interesting. All right, Grimgar, how do you want to approach this? You want to divide and conquer? Or you want to tag team this bitch?
Let's tag team it.
I say we talk to the gnomes because I can speak cultish today.
Sure.
All right, you see, kind of standing back, organizing everything. There's a gnome wearing basically a hard hat, and he's got like a clipboard. He's like yelling out orders to people.
In common or in gnomish or whatever.
Gnomish.
And Eric, can you speak gnomish today?
No. I speak cult earth talk.
Why don't you ask him something and then see if he responds? Trick him.
Okay. In what's the name of it? What's it called?
Earth? The Earth language is Terran.
Terran. There it is.
Yeah. What do you want to say in Terran?
I said I've come from the temple with orders.
Okay, so Terran basically just sounds like rocks. So you come up and you're like, and the guy like jumps, and he turns around and he says, "Hey, what you doing? That's some crazy talk there. What are you doing? Oh, hey, Grimgar, how you doing, buddy? It's Kilton Knee Scraper."
Yeah. Okay, good. Kilton, how are
Hey,
you?
I haven't seen you in a real long time. My organization has grown by leaps and bounds since I last saw you. We've been hired to fix the wall. We're going to begin work in a couple weeks here, and we're just trying to get the measurements down so we can get all the supplies in that we're going to need.
Okay. And I'll relate to Erkin that we met this guy long time ago.
Yeah, we
We
rebuilt the Lord's Manor in Fandolin.
That's right. I remember Romulus hired you for that.
We've done all kinds of construction in that city since the last time you were there. We built some sidewalks and some streets and all kinds of other buildings and stuff. The place is booming.
He talks fast.
Yeah. You still have that like machine thing you had last time we saw you?
I don't know what you
Yeah,
mean by a machine thing. You might be talking about my golems.
Yeah, you go on.
Yeah, they're not here. We didn't think we'd need them, considering how many guards were going to be here in the first place.
Oh, okay.
What happened to the wall?
It's just old. It's got a bunch of cracks in it and stuff, and he's like pointing out there's vines growing different places and things like that. And they have control over the weather here, but it doesn't stop natural things from growing. Why would they stop natural things from growing in a place where all they do is grow natural things?
Point Kilton.
Yes.
Well, all these walls have been here for a real long time, and you let it go for too long, the vines start growing in between the cracks. Cracks get wider, fills in with water that causes even more erosion, and then you end up with some structural damage. So we got to put that back together.
They say this is the weakest point of the wall.
Oh, it probably is. Won't be for long though,
say-
because we're gonna get it fixed.
Well, you don't have long. The town's gonna be destroyed in a couple, I don't know, hours.
Well, that sounds horrible, but we're supposed to be out of here by the end of the night anyway. So even if it did get destroyed in a few hours, we'd probably be gone by then.
You're leaving tonight, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're not beginning construction yet. We're really just trying to get some measurements down so that we can go pick up the supplies we need.
Seen anything suspicious around here lately?
Not really. I mean, I don't pay attention too much outside of the job that I've been contracted to do because I do that job very well.
Or you're big into work, like to work.
Oh, all we do is work. We like to get the work done. We get the work done constantly. That's all we do.
Grimgar,
Let us know if you have any work that you need to get done.
Grimgar, stop talking to this guy.
I like talking to
He gets off track. He's
Wait,
not going to shut up.
Wait. How much work do you do per day?
You're not there.
Oh.
So this guy doesn't sound like he's, with them or anything. And it's just like,
I trust.
it's a coincidence that this is just the weakest point of the wall, and that's where they're going to attack. Obviously, potentially.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. Well, I was worried like they might be humans over here working, sabotaging the wall or letting their friends in or something. But
All right.
We pretty much only employ gnomes because we find that gnomes tend to work long and hard and fast and get it all done, and it's great.
How are the guards treating you in the tower?
Well, the guards are generally nice people. They kind of stay away from us because they kind of like their own thing. They're into nature and all that. And we're into building things that aren't quite so natural, with stone and rocks and metal and wood and steel and everything like that. And they're not so much into it. They would prefer to grow whatever they need, which is why, of course, they work here in the first place because it's the place where they grow everything and feed all the people in the area.
How about we talk to the guards?
sure.
They talk a
All
bit
right.
slow for my taste.
Yeah, I can see that. They don't have as much work to do. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, I mean all they do really is stand around. But you don't want to butt into anybody else's business.
Thank
and
you.
Make an assumption that they don't work as hard as anybody else just because they stand around a lot because they spend most of their time watching.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point, Ken. All right. Well, thank you for engaging us in conversation.
Oh, it's no problem. Please let me know if you ever need any work done.
Oh, definitely will. You take care now.
And he goes off shouting at somebody else in Gnomish.
All right. I'm not worried about them at all.
I hope they die.
I like Kilton.
Okay.
I think he helped us out. a while back.
Both of you make a perception check. All right, never mind.
Very good.
Okay.
So if this is the point of attack, what are we going to do here? What are we going to figure out?
I don't know. We could just. I guess what does it look like here? Is a wall just down, or is it?
Oh no,
just
it's not.
old?
It's not down at all. It's just old. It's like it's got like pieces of mortar cracking in places. You can see, as he was pointing out to you, that there's vines growing on large chunks of it. Which, if there's vines growing on the other side, would make it easy to climb over. It's just the weakest spot. If somebody attacked it, it would be the place that would be easiest to break because it's got so many cracks in it and such.
Is there anything beyond the wall, out in the eastern direction?
No, just open field. This is a very strongly defended place. It's got all these guard towers, tons of empty space where you could see anybody coming. It's high up because all of the ground in here is like a story up from the rest of the surrounding ground. Because again, it was magically raised up when it was first built a long time ago.
Any ideas, Grimgar, what we can do here?
As far as improving the defenses or something, you mean?
Like, what can we do?
I think we could just be over here on the lookout. Tomorrow, if we think this is a spot. I don't know that there's a lot else we could do.
Well, you could. I mean, So I said before they're doing everything they can and they won't do anything else unless you suggest it. You could tell them to double the guard here. Like, they'll do that. You could tell them to put druids that could turn into birds and have them fly above this area to keep an eye on it. Like, you could have them do that.
I think that we should.
Okay.
And I kind of want to send an animal messenger to the other people telling them that there's nothing suspicious here, but this is the weakest part of the wall.
Okay. You have to cast a spell to do that?
Yes, level 2.
Do you have to pick an animal?
How about a bird? Any birds around here?
Yes, there's lots of animals. Do you have to pick, like, what does the spell say? You choose a tiny beast you can see within range, such as a squirrel, blue jay, or bat. You want it to be a blue jay?
Sure.
All right.
Blue jay. Find the guy in the weird hat.
You specify a location which you must have visited, and a recipient who, well, a location is Golden Fields. That's easy. A recipient who matches a general description. You can easily describe Theron or Maxon. Speak a message of up to 25 words. All right. You type out what you're going to say while I go back over to Theron and Maxon. So Theron and Maxon, when they begin their conversation, that's where you guys are. Where are you headed?
Is there? Well, we're heading to the Apple Orchard at 16.
Okay.
Is there like a base of operations for the orchard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there. Okay.
And I guess we're looking for a halfling.
Well, do you want to start with the person who looks like the leader of this place? You don't have to. You can look around for a halfling.
I guess if there's a guy who clearly is the leader.
Yeah, there's a big Goliath. Goliath, is that what I'm thinking of? Wow, I've forgotten an entire race. Goliath, right?
Giant.
Yeah, Goliath. Yeah, it's a half giant, half human. So he's a really friggin' big guy, like Andre the Giant. And he's basically wearing just like a toga. And he's when you ask around for like who's the boss, they point you over to him. His name is Nealon Oldbear.
Hello, Mr. Oldbear. I'm Theron, and this is Maxon.
It is. I am pleased. Hold on. Nealon is pleased to meet both of you. What do you need?
Well, we are investigating your apple orchard, because you guys had that seismic activity to the north a while back, and there's some suspicious activity from a group of cultists, and we think this might be a point of interest for them to dig tunnels underneath your wall and come up out over here. So we wanted to see if there was any suspicious activity going on, and if you had seen anything or heard anything.
Everything that you have said has concerned Nealon a great deal. Then I immediately say I. Nealon has not seen any unusual activity beyond the small earthquake. However, and then I say I again. Man, I suck at this. Nealon does have a few employees that might possibly be up to something. People that Nealon has been keeping an eye on himself.
When did these employees start working for you?
One started working for Nealon 6 months ago. The other about a year ago.
When they showed up, were they wearing any like hoods or colored robes?
Nealon was not the one who hired them. The apple orchard takes those who are assigned to it. Nealon would not know what they were wearing when they arrived.
Okay. It was two of them, so Could you point me in their direction? Also, why are you suspicious of them?
Nealon believes them to be strange and have strange habits. The first is Spurt Dirtfaced, a halfling. He lives in that direction, and he kind of points over an area. He says, the other is Miles Jorka. He's a greasy human man. He is a hard worker, but he does not really talk to anyone, and he keeps to himself. I can tell that many nights he does not sleep.
Okay. You have anything for him, Maxon?
Nope.
Okay. Well, we will check that out. Thanks for your help.
We need to go look.
It is no problem. Please let Nealon know if there is anything else he can do to assist you.
Well, I guess if you see anything, crazy or, whatever.
If Nealon sees something crazy, he will say something.
Yeah, I figured.
Thanks,
All right.
Neil.
That sounds good. See you later.
All right. At this moment, a blue jay gets all up in your face, and it says, Theron! Maxon! Theron! Nothing strange at the wall. It is super vulnerable to attack, though. Hey, I still have about 10 words to spare. Peace! And then it flies off.
Okay. I'm guessing that was from Garn-Erkin.
Okay.
So
Rob was like, what?
yeah, so nothing too worrisome there. So let's go talk to Spurt first, since we kind of know his deal.
Okay.
Bird said the wall is vulnerable, though.
Well,
That's
I
worrisome.
think it's always been like that, though. I don't think that changes much.
So you head over to a little shack that's kind of half built into the side of a small hill, because that's what halflings normally live in. And yeah, you're basically just outside his door.
Knock, knock, knock.
A little while later, you hear thump, 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 and the door opens.
Hello, are you Spurt?
Yes.
I'm Theron, and this is Maxon. We spoke to your halfling friend at the morgue. She told us to mention Uragalin.
When you say that, his eyes get like really wide. Okay.
We just, hopefully you can trust us now that you know what our deal is. We were hoping that you could give us some info and maybe your perspective on the seismic activity to the north.
It was scary.
And that's pretty much all that happened. You didn't see anything in the apple orchard, or no one appeared that day. Any weird stuff.
I didn't notice anything specific. No.
Okay.
Insight check.
Sure, go ahead.
I don't think he has any reason to lie to us, but
He doesn't know who we are.
why would he know who we are? All we did was mention his god.
He's hiding something.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want me to not do it?
No, roll it.
Okay.
There's no point in not rolling it.
Yeah, you can't tell. His facial expressions are beyond what you normally look at. He's kind of a strange, funny-looking halfling guy. Very hairy, very old, very dirty.
What was
and you just can't tell.
What was the girl's name? The halfling girl.
Hefstra.
Hefstra. Okay. How do you know Hefstra?
We came here from Amphale together.
You guys were just friends from Amphale and decided both to leave at the same time?
We were religious compatriots.
Okay. And you're helping with the whole, thing.
Yep.
God. Okay. Are you doing the same thing over here?
I am the one of us that's responsible for spreading it.
Okay, if you don't know of any activity going on, I guess there's really not much else I have for you.
I don't really know anything about any activity.
Anybody you're suspicious of?
I mean, look, with what I do, I have to sneak around at night a lot, and I tend to run into Miles. I mean, what I'm doing, most people would consider strange, so the fact that I keep bumping into him means he's up to something too. But
Miles was the
I stay,
human man.
yeah, I stay out of it because I don't want him looking into me either.
Yeah, makes sense. You don't want to get fired. Okay, we will talk to Miles, but we won't. We won't tell any of your business. So
It's
thanks.
appreciated. Sorry I couldn't help anymore.
Okay, let's go find Miles.
Okay.
Miles.
So there's another little shack where you were pointed to by Nealon where he lives.
For this guy, Maxent, do you think it'd be better to have Grimgar with us for the Zone of Truth? 'Cause this guy could easily just lie to us.
We can't tell if they're lying to us or not, so.
Right. So he could easily just lie to us, and then we kind of wasted our opportunity.
Grimgar and
Wait
Erkin,
for
are
it.
you guys heading there? Or are you going someplace else?
We're gonna meet up at the inn.
At the inn. Okay, so you guys are going to the inn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we were supposed to know.
I don't think I'd have a reason to go up there otherwise.
So you would be at the inn by now.
I mean, if this guy is in the Earth cult or whatever, and he's helping them get in here, there's a low chance of us figuring that out, right? Do I have any spells active?
I already know who we are, and
Don't have charm person or anything like that active. I do have the friends cantrip. Okay. Well, friends is risky.
It's only risky if you care about the repercussions.
True. I guess we don't have to ask him anything accusatory unless it really gets crazy. So let's go check him out.
Okay. You're outside his shack.
Okay, I'll knock on the door.
It looks like basically a one-room shack. The people who live in the small town might have like bigger houses. But everybody who actually lives like out in nature like this is like where they work. It's all small things, or even people just live outside because again, so many druids and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of druids don't like living in houses, period. So, that the halfling's hut built into the side of the hill looked like it was really small. This is just a small one-room shack, probably like 10 by 12.
Okay.
So you knock on the door.
Yep.
Okay. 10 seconds pass. 30 seconds.
Is there windows?
Yep.
I'll check and peek inside.
It's dark inside.
Nobody's home.
I have dark vision.
A minute has passed. Yep. I'm telling you, it's just sure. So you look inside. With your dark vision, you can see that there is an untidy mattress on the floor with a pillow. Nobody's in it. There is a small desk and chair that you can't really tell, but it doesn't really look like anybody sat in it in a while. It's just pushed in at the desk. There's a closed like foot locker or whatever where, someone might keep at the end of their bed to keep all their clothes in if you didn't have a dresser or anything like that. in the middle of the floor, there's kind of a smaller rug. There's like a coat rack, and then a few other like boxes and things like that. And then like a stove that goes up to like a small chimney where you would cook food. And there's like a pot on that. You don't see anybody inside.
Okay.
No sign that says Earth cultist.
I'll try the door. See if
Locked.
it's unlocked. Locked. Okay. No, the bear man. What was his name? Old Bear.
Neil and Old Bear, yeah.
Did he say if he was actually here or just that his hut was over here?
He was just telling you where the hut was.
Okay. And it's starting to get late.
Yeah, I mean by now, it's probably like 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was such a long walk to get out here in the first place.
You want to fly around, Maxon, and see if you can't find him? You have your your dark vision, so
How do I know what he looks like?
I don't think there's many people out, but he's a greasy human.
Rat-like in features.
Honestly, if you see anyone, I would just go talk to them,
Which way do I go?
Just anywhere around 16 where these trees are, and just
So you're flying. So how long of flight do your boots have in a day? Do you have like a counter on your character sheet? For boots?
It's pretty long, so I don't usually keep track. It's
Well, usually because
4
you're
hours.
using it in
4
combat, and every round is 6 seconds.
4 hours.
4 hours a day? Okay. How long are you going to fly around looking for people?
I'd say probably an hour.
An hour, yeah.
Okay. You fly around looking for people for an hour, and you see, a few elves. You fly over like a couple having sex in the bushes. You fly over like 2 dogs having sex, but then they transform and they were just druids all along.
Wow.
You see Nealon like at a fire, like talking to somebody, and they're kind of laughing and eating salad. You don't see like the humans you see probably aren't the guy you're talking about. So
Yeah. Missing in action. Time to go back.
He never showed up back at the house.
he did not.
Okay. I guess we'll report and then come back tomorrow.
Okay. So you're gonna head back to the the bar/inn. Okay. So you're gonna get there at about 11 p.m.
Okay. We'll just tell them that we're suspicious of this Miles guy and couldn't find him.
All right.
It's suspicious.
So it's after 10 o'clock now, but you guys are by the next session, you guys are gonna forget everything that's happened. So I think you should decide what your plan is for the next day right now, considering it's 11 p.m. in game time.
I think go back and talk to Miles and then go check out the northern area above Golden Fields.
That Miles guy is the Rat Man. I was right all along. I'm just saying, like, that's the bad guy in the apple orchards. His name is Miles. He's a Rat Man.
Yeah, you're right. His name is Miles.
That's hilarious. Okay.
The Rat Man.
Okay. Does that sound
Suck
good
it.
to you guys?
Suck it. he
Yeah,
says.
I think we tell him to double up the watch on the tower to the east there, and maybe have some people like be out spying around on the east side, and maybe try to track this guy down real quick. We don't have a lot of time.
No, we won't have a lot of time, but we get 8 hours of sleep right now. We'll be up by 7 o'clock.
We're still sleeping and stuff.
This is let me go. This was the description when Chris found that guy and talked to him the first time. He is a young man, wiry, with thin, greasy black hair. He is eating a big chunk of cheese with some cheap wine and a few crackers. And then thereafter, he was known as the Rat Man.
Yep, that's what I remembered.
I thought they were gonna show up and he was like eating cheese in his house or something.
That would have been funny.
We're suspicious of him ever since.
I made a note that he was lying about something. He did know about magic in the area. I don't remember why.
I don't have any clue.
Yeah, he was sketchy back then, and he's sketchy now.
Yeah.
But you don't know. He could just be a weirdo.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? The thing I remember the most about that is Erkin went up to him and he was like, "Are you Zentarum?"
No.
And the guy was like, "What? Zentarum?" And like a whole bunch of people looked. He's like, "No, why?"
It's amazing how much he mentions Zentarum.
I know. Well, that perception check I had you do earlier was because the guards were talking about how Meow Mix saw somebody who was in Tarum, and then that there was a hullabaloo at the livestock area because they were looking for a Zentarum spy.
It's hilarious.
That's what the perception check was, because you never went and talked to the guards. So I wanted to see if you could overhear them talking.
Best we didn't. Yeah, I think we have them post up on the east as best they can. We try to find this guy and
Yeah.
see if that's the lead, and then
Yeah, and I'm assuming that Grimgar and Erkin did that before you guys went to North Furrow's End, because you figured that you would be back before Theron and Maxon because they had twice as far to go anyway, and so that they have already increased security in that area.
I mean, I think we've got to be at one of the locations, right? Basically, we just got to pick one and go for it. Or if we find out information about a different location, go there.
Yeah, I don't know if we can actually intercept them en route, or if
Yeah,
we have to wait for them and do the things.
Well,
Yeah.
I will tell you that your character, even if none of you think of it, your characters would think to use locate object when the time gets close. And if a devastation orb comes within 1,000 feet of you, it will go off on your heartbeat sensor. So whoever can prepare that for tomorrow probably should.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch my spells around.
Because even though you haven't seen that, like the description of the spell is that you can be like, I want to find the closest devastation orb of Earth. And like, you know, that's such a unique item. Like, and you know exactly what it would be like that, you know, that will work for your spell. So if it ever comes into range, it'll ping for you.
I can locate animals and plants.
If there's a specific animal you think might be a part of the attack, that
You
might
can
be
look
useful.
at those, what are like badgers?
No, the
Yes.
bullet called.
What, the bullet? No, I'm
Bullet.
talking about the badger.
Giant badgers.
Bullet is the thing that digs, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is also a thing that digs, but I'm talking about the
It's not
badger.
an animal though; it's a monstrosity.
Summoned.
Basically, the only things that are animals or beasts,
Yeah.
animals or beasts in this game, it's a beast if it's a real animal or a giant version of a real animal. If it's not real but it still seems like an animal, it's a monstrosity. So like an owl bear is a monstrosity. A giant badger is a beast.
What if I turn it into a plant first?
I don't know what it is.
Doesn't matter.
All right. Well, I think you guys ended up doing a really good job this session with the places you went and the people you talked to. So
Good. That's good to hear.
I'm very happy with that. Yeah, I mean, you went and talked to the right people. I will tell you that going to talk to that Dragonborn that started the fire would have been a waste of time.
Seemed like it. That's good then.
Mhm.
And it was good that you worked out that would be a waste of time and then didn't do it.
Yeah.
So, good job. You worked your way through that tough conversation with the one halfling, which was really hard for me, but you ended up asking a question that she would have no way to tricksy lie through, which was good. You just had to get to that point.
Trixie lied.
You're like, did bodies go missing at the morgue you used to work at? Like, what do you say? It's a yes or no question. Either they did or they didn't. She can't say I don't know. So
He was suspicious.
but I love that one question was like, were you involved in the bodies that went missing? And she was like, yes, I work at the morgue.
Yeah.
Where did they go? They went into the earth.
Yeah, completely true.
Yeah. So that was good.